Yo, what's up, guys? It's Felix here with another crypto video. And in today's crypto video, I just kind of want to go over something similar like in my last video, only it's going to be with my overall larger portfolio. Now, I've mentioned in the past that I was able to triple the value and all that kind of stuff, but a lot of that I have not taken out in terms of when my Cake BNB LP tokens went up in value. When I did sell them, I basically kept them in DAI. And then I kind of did split the funds into two different wallets. One for, like my primary investments. And then that's the one that I usually show off, and that's where most of my stuff is right now here in Goose, essentially with my eggs in the incubator. Um, I had 53 eggs, only with the 20% bird fee, that's 42 eggs, right? So that's like 4,000, a little over 4,000 in egg. And then I have like 11,000 dye. So yeah, this is probably like about, the 50%, of it basically. Um, and then I do have other chunks like in Monster Slayer, and on a different wallet, I'm also farming GG1, or using GG1 and BUSD LPs, but that's like a little bit of a more higher risk strategy. But in this wallet, I have basically 21 hours that I have not cashed out, and I've produced 7.5 eggs, basically $373. So that's how much I was able to produce in basically like one day without actually changing it all. Now, normally I would switch this to Litecoin. That's one of my main things that I'm doing. But right now, actually today, well, what was yesterday, and then the rest of the day today until this layered farming ends, I actually want to, accumulate as many GG1s as I can so I can get ready for the next layer. So the next layer is going to start in less than 5 hours, and the dogs in the past had mentioned GGX -1, so basically the previous layer egg, using the previous layer egg to farm the next layer egg, which in this case will be GG2. So yeah, I just want to save my GG1 to farm GG2, and then we're going to see how layer 2 goes. So far, layer 1 was extremely profitable. And Goose has been, I would say, the one of the biggest parts of where the money's coming from. Um, One clip that I have that is basically of like all the Litecoin that I've cashed, um, which I can show here. Um, it just shows since basically February 11th, and today is March 11th. So basically just 1 month of like cashing, Litecoin, and this is all gains. This is all yield. Like this is all basically tokens that I was generating, and then I would just switch them for Litecoin. And then once I accumulated a certain amount or whatever I felt was good enough to just go ahead and send away, I would do that. So yeah, I mean it's quite a bit of a Litecoin that it has been generated. I added it all up, and it's 40 Litecoin. So that's just 40 Litecoin that I converted back to fiat. Again, like I mentioned in the past, like this whole business with decentralized finance, even though it's extremely exciting, and I do want it to be the future, because everyone's just done with centralized banking. Everyone's just done with all these big banks and all this BS. They want, something that is run by the people, essentially, by ourselves. And so that's what the smart chain and other decentralized platforms offer, right? Um, but, it's just that sometimes it seems like I don't know how sustainable it is, like I don't know how long this could go on. So, I mean, and I don't, I mean, I love all this, but at the same time, like you got to be a little realistic, and we got to know when this could be over. But I mean, hopefully it never does, and maybe, that feeling that I have is just completely wrong, and you know, but at the end of the day, it's something that I just can't ignore. So that's why, like for myself, like that's why I do this Litecoin strategy, so that I feel like at the end of the day, like even if somehow DAI completely goes away, or A goes to zero, or whatever could happen. Any number of things could happen, right? I mean, at least I actually received my initial deposit, and at this point now, like basically profits. And there's another wallet that I've been building towards, and that's essentially for like a vacation fund, like I mentioned in the past. I actually want to see about going to Vegas and like using a Litecoin ATM they have out there to try to send my Litecoin, to the ATM and then get cash out. And I just want to see how that goes, and then just gamble the out of that money. But yeah, guys, I mean that's essentially how I've been doing. That's I think as happy or as great as it could be going thus far. I know there's other people that are making like way bigger returns and have way larger gains. I feel like I'm pretty modest. I feel like I'm pretty conservative, even though like considering I'm doing this, which a lot of people would consider crazy, which is decentralized finance. But I mean, even in that regard, I feel like I still try to take what I feel is going to be the most optimal strategy for me. And I feel like so far it's been working out. Obviously, you do make mistakes and you got to learn the hard way a lot of times. But that's just part of the process. And especially when it comes to decentralized finance, I mean, it's essentially the wild, wild west, right? So we're all just finding our way through it. And unfortunately, bad things happen sometimes. So, yeah, you just got to be careful. You got to take care of yourself, avoid rug pulls, do your own research. None of this is ever financial advice. This is just a guy on YouTube showing off what he has. And to be honest, it's actually not too much to be showing off because I know there are way larger YouTubers with way larger portfolios, and sometimes I just envy how I see their cake ticker going up. I mean, uh, yeah, but it's all good, Like I said, I mean, if I would have reinvested all that Litecoin back, then maybe I'd be generating way faster. But it's like, okay, if you're generating something faster that you haven't even seen the money on, you could just be generating nothing faster, if that makes sense. So that's kind of why, like, I did that. That's why, like, now I'm probably moving forward, I can be a little bit more risky. But like I mentioned in the past, I mean, I do also kind of like want to stop working. So that's kind of why I do also cash out my fiat as well, to like just use that to like actually save and invest in other things as well. But this is just something that I feel like is really helping me accelerate, and it's just an exciting overall prospect. Um, but I don't know, guys. I just don't know what else to say. I mean, it's just so crazy. This new space for me, and I mean, I was part of like the 2017 craze when I was also buying XRP back then, and I mean, I've always been a fan of Litecoin. I've always been a Litecoin boy, basically. So Litecoin for me is probably one of the most efficient methods to add that. I think it's one of the best coins that actually has a chance to like actually become currency. Bitcoin, I feel like is just too expensive, and well, apart from the price being high, I mean also the transactions are extremely expensive, and we all know Ethereum's starting to get extremely expensive as well. Litecoin is just it's just that. It's just the light Bitcoin, it's just the light version. And I mean, it's cheaper. Sure, the price has been going up. I remember when it was like at $100 and I felt like that was a good unit of measure. But, with it even being like close to $200 now, like it's still not hard to wrap your head around, like one Litecoin being 200. But then, like, when you're trying to calculate like 54,000 on one Bitcoin and you have like 0.75, and oh my God, like, I don't know. Do you get what I mean? But I don't know. That's just me. That's just my views. I think that Litecoin's always been the most undervalued of those big three. Although now when I look at Coin Market Cap, there are other coins that are up there. There's USDT, there's BNB, there's Cardano. I know there's a lot of stuff going on with Cardano, but honestly, I don't even look at all that. I know there's also a whole Tron network, but I really haven't looked at that. I know there's money to be made in other places, but I mean, I'm just like anybody else, bro. I mean, like my initial deposit, like that was me, like, you know, busting my ass to make a savings and, actually be able to get it into here. And, there was a lot of bleeding, there was a lot of pain, there was a lot of fees that I just wasn't aware about, like, I don't know, man. Like, I've always been an enthusiast of crypto, but I kind of just lost the steam for it for a little while. I don't know, like mid 2018, I had sold off some coins that I had because I had just ran into some issues. So, it wasn't really a good time, but so I just after that never really held anything ever again. But I don't know. Once when I learned about Pancake Swap, I was just like, holy shit, this is crazy. We got to try it. And I just been going deeper and deeper into basically the Binance Smart Chain rabbit hole because I can't just say the crypto rabbit hole because that one's too large. But I mean, Binance Smart Chain, I think right now is where it's at. That's where I'm at least. So and it doesn't seem to be a bad place to be at all. I put a lot of work into all of this, and it definitely has shown lots of fruits to the labor. So, I'm extremely happy also with like my most recent decisions, like buying egg, like at $65. I mean, that was an extremely good decision. With my more risky portfolio, I mean, I bought GG1 at an extremely inflated price, but I didn't sell off. I'm holding them. So hopefully these ones can still, be useful to me when the next layer comes out. And but that's on the other one. And then right now these GG1s that I've generated, this is just free GG1s essentially. Um, I mean, this could be like 1.6 Litecoin or something like that, but it's just not something that I'm looking to do right now. But yeah, guys, I mean, that's basically where I'm at. I'll try to post another video soon to give an update on the layer 2 farming. But yeah, guys, I truly appreciate you guys who watch the videos. Please remember to subscribe and also hit the like button. You guys take care. Take it easy. Peace out.